Good evening, everyone. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony here inside the CBS 19 Weather Center, where we are talking about tonight's chance for thunderstorms overnight. Right now, pretty quiet across the area. Not a lot going on. A little shower trying to form up here in eastern Camp County. That's about it. Take a look at the current watches, warnings in effect. There are none. Out in West Texas, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 11 from Abilene to San Angelo, back toward Pecos, and also eastern parts of New Mexico, and a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings until 9:15. We are currently live on our Facebook channel, also live on our CBS 19 Plus streaming channel, and on our YouTube channel. So I appreciate everybody who's watching here tonight. We have quite a few, about 3 dozen folks that have tuned in for this update. It's just going to be a quick update on the potential for thunderstorms overnight. But again, right now, we are just looking at a couple of thunderstorms out here toward Bollinger, west of Coleman, towards Sterling City. There's a thunderstorm, likely some hail in those thunderstorms. That is in West Texas. This was a tornado warned storm earlier, but the circulation inside that storm has certainly spread out pretty wide, and so not a concern anymore for tornadic activity. Meantime, back here in Tyler, streets are dry. Not looking and seeing any lightning looking up to the north. This is our Chase Bank building camera. It's looking up north on Broadway toward downtown Tyler. It's 78 degrees right now. So it's warm, the winds are calm, and it's pretty humid. The dew points are in the lower 70s. So the dew points are warm enough and the air is moist enough to support some thunderstorms overnight. And we are seeing some of these thunderstorms here. These blue areas would indicate ice crystals at the top of the clouds. So those clouds are fairly tall. Those are rather big thunderstorms. And you can see the rotation in that thunderstorm sort of moving from the northeast back to the southwest as this whole area of showers and thunderstorms moves more east to southeasterly. We're going to watch this area here across southeastern Oklahoma. There should be a few showers and thunderstorms that start to move across the Red River, joining up with a few thunderstorms from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and then moving into East Texas. And right now it may not be until closer to 4 o'clock in the morning. So you go to bed tonight 11 o'clock, you can sleep most of the night without really worried about any type of severe weather. And I think even if we get a couple of stronger thunderstorms, they're going to be marginally strong, meaning that we just may get to a 58-mile-an-hour wind gust or some quarter-sized hail. Most likely what happens in these scenarios where we have a marginal risk or a level 1 out of 5, we tend to see thunderstorm wind gusts in that 40 to 50-mile-an-hour range, and they give those special weather statements or significant weather alerts, but they just don't quite get to the severe thunderstorm level. So they'll wake you up, thunder, lightning, a couple downpours. Now, there's a lot of storm energy in the atmosphere tonight, moderate to, in some instances, strong. It's especially strong going toward West Texas, and that's where we're seeing the severe weather. We also have some areas where it's rather weak. In those areas, if you noticed, when I showed you this, there is no severe weather outlook over deep East Texas. So that sort of stands to reason, kind of follows the flow of things here as we head through the overnight hours. And I guess this is as of right now. As we go through the overnight hours, we'll see the storm energy come down a little bit. Now, there is hardly any flow at all. The low-level jet stream winds are weaker than 25 miles an hour. So with no wind shear and high energy, you tend to get hailers. So this could end up being one of these instances where we have a couple of thunderstorms that produce some nickels or maybe some penny nickel-sized hail, some pocket change hail, in other words. Again, this is the current. And overnight, they just increase a little bit north of Interstate 30 up to about 25 miles an hour. So just not a whole lot of wind shear to speak of. So we should find ourselves with a lot of rotation. And you'll notice through 5 a.m., we did not see any with the latest update on our high-resolution data. So a couple showers, thunderstorms, maybe, again, you saw just a little bit try to spike up there on the very low end toward Crockett and Groveton. Maybe, again, you get tiny little hail, and that would be about it. Tornado parameters are zilch tonight, except for out west of Interstate 35, or 45, I should say, toward Corsicana. That is it. So that's good news, right? So it looks like we're going to get garden variety showers, thunderstorms. Severe potential here, again, is just a little bit elevated because of that energy in the atmosphere. So this is taking into account that wind shear, the amount of energy in the atmosphere, and it gives us an index of the weather impact or the severe thunderstorm potential, and it's rather on the low side. A little bit higher out toward West Texas or Central Texas, of course, where we have the severe thunderstorm watch. Going through the overnight hours, you'll notice by about 4 or 5 o'clock, with the lack of energy and the loss of daytime heating and the temperatures cooling, the atmosphere cools, and we don't see much in the way of wind shear, and so there's just not a whole big chance to see much in the way of severe weather. All right, so this is 10 p.m., maybe a few showers, thunderstorms around Dallas. Otherwise, I'm checking out our Facebook page for any questions here tonight. So far, everybody's just kind of holding tight. All right, so let's play this out for you. This is 10 p.m., and you'll watch these showers and thunderstorms coming in. Again, you get into a little bit of a red area. Maybe you get a little pocket change sized hail, Canton, Athens. This might be one of those areas that we had a little bit of rotation showing up there. So maybe Crockett, Groveton, Jacksonville, there's a little bit of maybe pea-sized hail and a thunderstorm that races through. And that's not till 6 o'clock in the morning. So most of us, or many of us, will be waking up about that time. So the sleeping hours, anybody with storm anxiety and sleeping overnight, I think we're going to be okay tonight. Getting more confident that we're going to be okay overnight. Just sleeping with maybe a couple rumbles, but it's going to be very late toward 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, Friday's pretty quiet. Saturday is fantastic. We've got temperatures in the morning in the 60s, daytime highs in the mid 80s. We get into Sunday, and I've talked about this if you were watching CBS 19 News yesterday. I kept pointing out these little showers, and I have a feeling a lot of folks weren't picking up on this, but there's this little disturbance that kind of slides through East Texas on Sunday, and so we have a chance for some widely scattered showers. So 40% chance overnight early tomorrow morning, 40% chance on Sunday. Next week, Wednesday and Thursday, there's also a 30 to 40% chance. All right, so here's what I'm going to show you. This is overnight. This is this little disturbance that comes through overnight that brings us a couple thunderstorms. That is Sunday's chance of rain. The more potent side of that storm is going to be over in southeastern Arkansas. We're on the western part of it. So we just kind of get brushed. And then we head into Tuesday, Wednesday, and there's this disorganized little storm crossing the central and southern plains. There may be some severe weather north, but not probably here in East Texas. We get later into next week. We'll see how this all evolves. Need more data to really assess that, but it does look like there's a small chance of rain heading into next Friday. So the rainfall over the next 7 days, and this is even interesting to see because, you know, from Palestine to Jacksonville to Canton to Emory, we're trying to get 1.5 to 2 inches of rainfall out of that. So some of this will be owed to tonight, overnight, where we could see a quick dousing of about an inch, inch and a half of rainfall, with Deep East Texas seeing far less than that. So I think over the next 7 days, most of this may come in the next, say, 12 to 24 hours. And then over Sunday, just a little smattering, and then a smattering of rain middle part of next week. Here's the Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 7-day forecast. So I'm going to go with a 40% chance for showers in the morning, probably ending by 10 a.m. in Deep East Texas, in Tyler and Longview. It's over by 6 a.m. Sunny on Saturday up to 86. Scattered thunderstorms on Sunday. Monday's partly cloudy. We're near 90. It did look initially, if you were also watching yesterday, I had several 90-degree days posted for next week. And with these little disturbances going by and from clouds, cloudy skies from time to time, it may just knock a few degrees off. So a little more unsettled middle part of next week with those waves of energy going by. Scattered thunderstorms Wednesday and morning thunderstorms on Thursday, though at this time the severe weather threat looks pretty low. All right, we're going to get new data in here in about 10 minutes. We'll update the forecast on CBS 19 News at 10. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, or share to our YouTube channel, or share this video out on the Facebook page. And we'll see you at 10 o'clock. Have a great night, everyone.